That was a weird way to start off. What's up, Savage AF? Brought to you by the motherfuckers you see on the screen.
I'm Black Pedro.
Shang, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Follow us right now on our social media, and if you don't, you are mildly retarded. Yes, that's right. I said it. I don't care.
Mildly to mostly.
Mildly to mostly. But see, I try to tell you not to go full retard. Got to go part retard.
Never go full tard.
Never go full tard. You go full tard, then all of a sudden, you know what? You don't win the award. You go part retard. You know, boom, bam. All right, Savage AF, make sure you follow at Black Pedro and make sure you follow at Comedian Shang. And if you don't, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell your mama. I'm gonna tell your mama.
You know what it is, y'all. Savage AF. We're here Monday through Friday, live, all the way live on YouTube and Facebook.
Wait,
at the same damn time. All the way live. Look at my hair's a little weird today.
Hey,
maybe it's a little weird every day.
It's What's pretty much. I know mine is weird every single day. I got an 8 head, so I can't do nothing about it. Right, I thank y'all for. I see the people jumping on. Lady Hazel May, Wendy Edwards, Breezy JJ, Christina Brown, 1968. All right, let's see how 1968. See how to do the shoulder.
Hit it with it. Choreography on the show, y'all. Yep. Mondays and Fridays we're typically on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday, typically 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's why you need to be on the YouTube page, because if you miss us live or whatever, we have all the shows archived right here. Bam. Hit you with it.
And make sure you go to the YouTube page. But if you go to the YouTube page, watch some of the videos. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. And speaking of subscribe, if you do go subscribe, what you need to do for you. Ring the bell, subscribe, and share with your friends. That's what we do here on Savage AF. And if you don't, I need you to do this. That's still funny.
I wonder where that cat landed.
You know what? That never gets old.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
All right, man. So, we're also on the Instagrams. Okay, for the kids. Savage AF is for the children.
It's for the kids.
It's for the children, man. So follow us at Savage AF Radio on IG, at Savage AF Radio. Right here, you can see it. Bam, at Black Pedro right there. And then if you look over there at the bottom of the screen, right by Shang, it says at Shang, at Comedian Shang. So you know what it is, y'all.
All right. And I know we've been telling you this all the time, but make sure that if you get a chance before we jump right into the show, we're going to jump right into the show. Make sure you pick up one of these. Boom. Black Pedro Begins, the album. All right. Go to the website, theblackpedro.com/shop. And make sure you pick one up. You know what? Pick one up for your family, your friends. Pick one up for 4th of July.
Hey, pop it off. Let that be the fireworks in your house.
Yeah. Be independent. And also, if you got Amazon Prime, make sure you watch Shang is Shangry. That's right. That's on Amazon Prime. Make sure you check it out. Go to my IG. You'll see the information about it, because I said so, motherfuckers. All right. So that's it. Now we're going to jump into the show, because guess who's going to give you the rundown on the run up? Wait a minute. Is that Zenat Lynn Wallace?
She's here. She's in
God damn it. In the building. We got Zenat. We got Sexy Puerto Rican. Sexy Puerto Rican.
Wendy's here.
Miss Adverb is, and Sergeant. Is it Sergeant at Arms or is it?
No, she's the Minister of Defense now. She's been upgraded from Sergeant at Arms to Minister of Defense.
Kuchadamas.
He probably wins best name. Kuchadamas. I like
Kuchadamas said, don't sub up Shang throwing hands. What?
There you go. You do throw hands sometimes. Shang.
Hey, yeah, well, when needed to be. And shout out to the motherfuckers that actually made quite a good show. Chris Spencer, want to give a shout out. Michael Blackson, shout out for the show at the Savoy. And this weekend, I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio at the Improvisation Comedy Club for 4 shows. If you live in Cleveland or near Cleveland, or you know anybody that's in Cleveland, send them to the fucking show. And when they see me, guess what I'll do? I will give them all the money I make from the show.
There you go.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That was bullshit.
No, I don't think
that was a fucking lie. I'm sorry. I apologize. I felt very Trumpian just now because I lied my ass off. But
we're gonna get into that.
I'll send you pictures of money.
Pictures of money. That picture right there. JRA NYC, I see you in the building too, bro. What's up, man? Donald Sheldon. There's some fellas in here as well. Ladies, gentlemen, let's get started, man. It's July 1st.
Why'd you say
2021?
Let's get
started.
Why you say it like that?
It's showtime. Let's go.
Wait a minute. Hold up. What's wrong with you, Pedro?
It was like my ringmaster voice or something. You know what I mean? Like, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Let's get it started.
It is. If that wasn't the blackest fucking intro we didn't had. I mean, I'm telling you, deep down in the jungle of black men.
Yeah, that was
it. That was an ancient black
ancestral.
Man.
That was an ancestral homage.
Yeah, yes. I don't know. I can't even do it. You get ready, yo. All right, fuck it. Let him do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. It's July 1st, 2021. You know what it is. Savage AF,
What's
Black
wrong with Pedro?
I don't know. We're going to end today's show, of course, with a SHANGRY. He's back with us. We're back together. The show's back on. What the fuck is wrong with America? That's a whole lot of hella hula hula.
That's a whole lot of hula hula.
But before we get into that, Black Pedro pop in today with a hate update. Yay! Just in case.
By the way,
but before
America,
we get
yay!
Yay!
In fact, I gotta find a yay. Sorry, go ahead.
But speaking of what the fuck, who the fuck is wrong with you? We're back with a motherfucker say what today, where I learned a new term, transracial, and we're gonna talk about that. But before we get into that, all the king's horses, your boy Dumpty, Trumpty, Humpty, dumb motherfucking Umpty, and his CFO, Alan Weisselberg, has been arrested, charged with tax fraud. Let's talk about it. But before we do, July 1st, 2021, it's the first day of the second half of this year. Yay. If you got a drink, ladies, hide it. Bill Cosby is free. So we weren't on yesterday.
I'm out. It's rape time.
You're not putting me in jail. Get it put in.
Get the pudding.
All right, so we weren't here yesterday, but yesterday, just kind of in a sudden, all of a dang move, Bill Cosby's out of jail. His sentence was vacated. He can't be tried again. It was vacated by a federal judge, by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. I mean, this is like a very much a clusterfuck of prosecution. And, you know, within their procedures that they completely fucked up this case. I guess I would just like to say, as a childhood fan of Bill Cosby, this does not exonerate him. This is not him being claimed innocent, and this was a procedural fuck up. So, end of the day, Bill Cosby still raped a bunch of women and drugged them.
Did I, Pedro?
He admitted that in the very deposition that was used to convict him, which is now also being used to free him.
Right. And in the deposition, he was told that he won't be prosecuted, and you can't. And then the next prosecutor didn't use the information from the first prosecutor, and then it got into fucked up.
It seems like they didn't know. Because I don't know how they would proceed otherwise. By the way, the first prosecutor, I should have brought in his picture. I think I could do it while I talk. But the first prosecutor, who was, in charge of, this sort of case or whatever, who questioned Bill Cosby in the deposition was Bruce Castor.
Yes. But check this out. I'm going to hip y'all to something. The bottom line is I'm torn about the feeling about it, that Cosby's out and Bill Cosby's free to go. And, with he's definitely lost a few steps something is a little bit wrong with the nigga. But I feel good about it. I feel good and bad. I feel good about the fact that the system fucked itself and they tried that trickery, dickery, doc shit and ended up fucking themselves. And I'm going to say this because I'm the one that always pulls a race card. And I will say it right now. How many white men have gotten off for all kind of bullshit pertaining to not only sexual harassment, rape, roofing, all of that kind of stuff on technicalities, or they saw the woman as subhuman and wasn't allowed to speak. So, that part of me, I kind of like go, well, like even when OJ got out, I was like, yeah, he killed a few motherfuckers. But you know what? In comparison to what white people have done, and I'm saying not all white people have done who have committed crimes. So I specified, so I don't want to hear your bullshit, people. I just think that I'm kind of like, yeah, the system fucked yourself. You fucked yourself, bitches.
Here's Shane.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You need a hug. You need a hug, bro.
No, yeah, I'm good.
That's Bruce Castor, who set up the original deal with Bill Cosby to get this get this testimony in a deposition for which he would not be prosecuted criminally, but Castor was trying to set up a civil suit for the defendant. So here's what I want to say, like along the racial lines, man. I think it's important that we, do understand, yes, that there's obviously racial injustice that occurs in our criminal system, right? Like, and we're over policed and over imprisoned and enslaved by it still, right? So no denying that. Obviously, I'm aware of that, but I don't like to be in a space of, well, white people get away with rape. Nobody should get away with rape. Okay, black, white, brown. I don't give if you got polka dots, and skin condition, vitiligo, nigga, albino motherfuckers. Nobody should be getting away with rape. Okay, so at the end of the day, the bottom line for me is, and I'm a big fan of not being a fan of things that aren't good, and not participating in things that aren't good. Hold on, listen. Bill Cosby raped women. He admitted this in this deposition. Okay,
you know what?
So
first off,
so I feel bad for the victims.
Okay,
who get no justice.
I told you, man. I'm the one that drove him from the when he got out from the jail. And by the way, he said hello. I don't know if he's saying hello to all the ladies on the feed. You see him saying hello to you. No, yeah, you don't want that. Yeah, don't have no drinks around him because what happens there.
But I saw a clip from D.O. Hughley earlier today. A brother I have so much respect for, and I've had the honor and the pleasure of working with him one weekend. And he was along those same lines of like, they went after the easier target, a black man, but at the same time, like we gotta recognize that back in 2004, for me at least, that Bill Cosby was given the opportunity to speak on the record about committing crimes while being granted full immunity. Now that immunity was violated, he was jailed and now ultimately freed because it was a violation of that agreement.
Right.
But ultimately, Bill Cosby was part of a power structure, right? Like black or white or whatever. Like he got motherfucking immunity that most of us wouldn't get. Like when are you gonna really be able to sit there as black men and be like, yeah, I used to put pills in girls' drinks. How else you gonna fuck them against their will? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then be like, are we done here? Cool. It's
well, you know what? It was the time of America where you partied and you put the drinks and you raped and you think that's what we did. That's what they did back then, and people partied and did the wrong things. Cosby, I'm not pro rape. Okay, I want everybody on the feed. I'm not pro rape, so it's not like I'm like, yo, Bill, why don't you take my daughter to lunch? Nah, if I had a daughter, I definitely wouldn't let that nigga know near them. But what I'm saying is, I'm on the side of how many situations where you've seen people that pigmentally challenged people or European Americans get away with murder? Not only murder, but sexual harassment, sexual deviance. I mean, I can keep going down the list of sexual, and that's why sometimes that's like when for some reason I'm like, all right, we got one. It's fucked up. Like OJ killed a chick, chopped her head halfway off. But he got off, and I just feel like,
and the
boyfriend, and I just feel like sometimes we need one too. We got crazy people.
AJ Fit, big homie, I see you. In order to get a plea, you have to admit you did whatever. Back in the day, drugs were always taken, just like in this day and age. Now, just to be clear, I hear what you're saying, but Bill Cosby, this wasn't a plea deal, right? So Bruce Castor did not believe that he could build a case against Bill Cosby back in the day. So in order to try and build something for a civil case for the defendant, that's how he set up this deposition deal with Cosby. Hey, tell us what happened, and you won't go to jail for it. Now, that doesn't mean you won't end up paying millions to this woman if she wins in civil court, but
right.
He was attempting to get some kind of evidence on the books, but he wasn't going to be charged criminally. So Cosby did not take a plea deal in that sense. So he hadn't admitted to guilt or any charges. No charges were brought against him at that time. Then 10 years later, a different DA, basically, okay, so look, another comedian, right?
Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress, sorry, yeah. He called it out, right? Like he put the spotlight back on that thing, right? And that was like 10 years later. And so then through public pressure, another DA came through and came with this case. And it was in violation of the original deal. Now, AJ Fit, drugs were always taken back in the day and now, but drugs being taken versus drugs being administered against somebody's will or knowledge is different, bro. Like you can't be slipping shit into girls' drinks.
But
like that's not back then or now.
I know. Nicole A said if the glove didn't fit, so you had to acquit. If the pill wasn't the deal, then
you got to appeal.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if that rhymed, but the point is, I see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, for me, when I saw it, I was more like, ha, fucking justice system. You can't say shit. You can't say shit because this is the justice system that you set up. So all these white people that are mad, like, I can't believe Bill Cosby, and all these white celebrities, like, I can't believe get it out. I'm not talking about the man-woman aspect of it and the rape aspect of it, which is a huge part of it. I just go on the racial part because I like to push the button of that myself. So I'm just letting y'all know, the people in the feed, Savage AF, I don't give a fuck. Okay, the bottom line is there's this 112-year-old man that used to tell jokes and be mad at Eddie Murphy for using the word fuck and suck my dick. He got a pass.
I would like to talk to you. Well, he did. Okay, so Bill Cosby did spend 3 years of his life in jail.
At 940 years old.
That's the justice those ladies.
Oh no! And if we're gonna talk about rape, no, hold on. We're talking about rape. There was a white guy that was in college. He raped a girl behind a dumpster, and they said, "Well, prison would be bad for him," and they gave the motherfucker 3 months. 3 months, not 3 years, 3 months. There was a football player that the girl accused him of rape. He was in jail for 6 years before the girl said, no, he didn't rape me. It was consensual. And boom, he gets out. But that girl didn't go to fucking jail, which I think she should have went to jail for 6 years for doing this shit because he lost 6 years of his life, a possible NFL career and all of that. So what I'm saying is, for some reason, when they do the exact same shit, like rape, how do you not get the same amount of time for a equal thing, which is rape? So that's why I'm like, okay, it's fucked up. Bill Cosby's out and about and creeping around. I know he can't see out of one of his eyes. I'm pretty sure. So he's going to try to, since he can only see out of one of his eyes, half you women look out. I'm just telling you.
Watch out. Move, stay to the left, lady. Stay to the left of him.
Because
So to DL's point, D.L. Hughley's point that I was bringing up earlier. Obviously, I'm aware of racial injustice in our legal system. Bill Cosby, based on, and this is just the logical side of me. The Gemini is seeing all the sides of this. This is the logical side of me that is just like, legally, Bill Cosby should have never been criminally tried for this. He shouldn't have spent 3 years in jail, not because he was innocent, but because of a deal that he made with the state, with the attorney, right? So with the prosecutor. So he shouldn't have, and so he should be free. Bill Cosby should be free,
according to the law.
Not because he's innocent, but because of this deal that he was made, because of the legal procedures that was set up. So I can't argue against that and be like, he should be locked up. And by the way, the statute of limitations on his crimes are mostly up as well. So it's highly doubtful that he'll ever be tried for anything again, unless he did some shit in jail with somebody, or something really more recent is still in play.
If he does it again, one, he's 112 years old. And if any of you women are trying to kick it with 112-year-old Bill Cosby and he offers you a drink, would you like something to drink? And then you do it, then guess what? I know this sounds bad, but I'm kind of blaming the women. Not the women in this situation, but if a woman gets raped by Cosby now, or any kind of sexual harassment after his history and the shit, and you're still kicking it with him, then you got to take accountability.
I doubt he'll be doing much lady kicking with for the rest of his time.
So it's not like he's gonna do something else.
But to almost to that point is that he did these things, and as people, humans, consumers, fans, of entertainers, at a certain point, I personally have to draw a line. It just be like, I know he wants to get back to stand up. He's going to release a documentary. I'm not sure I can support that stuff anymore, because it shouldn't have been used against him in court, but he did on public record admit to drugging women to have sex with them. And, that's not something Heathcliff Huxtable would have done. He was a goddamn OBGYN. I mean, that would have been, hey, yeah, that's creepy, bro. Like, so now
every picture of Cosby that you show, this creepy. If you look at this visually, for the people that are not listening, that not watching it, it just say, like, this picture normally would be cute of Bill Cosby, but now it makes me feel like, yeah. So
Pamela Knox says, "Fuck his legacy." I can feel you on that. Like, I was. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the greatest stand-ups. He's one of the greatest stand-ups. Like, that's also something that I can't deny. Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer of all time. I can't support his shit. Jackson 5, I'll listen to, because that's when he was getting molested, I guess. So I'll support Child Mike.
Wow.
But Grown Mike was doing dirty shit.
Okay, first off, Grown Michael Jackson. Well, I wasn't a fan. I was not a fan. I thought he was. I wasn't a fan, even though I liked some of his music. Wasn't a fan. So I can't say that. But as an adult, he was one of the greatest entertainers, and he was one of the greatest pedophiles. Let's be real. He's one of the great. Like, if you had a scale of greatest pedophiles, got to put him up there. Got to put him, if not number one.
That's another guy who openly, in defense of any allegations against him, he's like, I love to sleep with children. What's wrong with sharing your bed with children? It's the greatest expression of love. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, bro.
Same thing with Bill Cosby.
Rape, some weird shit. Like he used to sleep with other people's children in his bed. Right. Like, it's just weird. It's like, I'm not for that. I'm not about that life. Sorry, Hollywood and entertainment. You can have that part. And then R. Kelly, I'm done with that. So, like, at the same time,
wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. R. Kelly. Oh, wait, hold up.
Misunderstood.
No, I'm saying, no, which camera? Which camera, man? Is this camera? This camera? Y'all trying to kill me, man. They're trying to take it away from me, man. Okay. Obviously, Bill Cosby is a creep. He's a loser.
He did it. He did it,
and he admitted it. And the only reason I went that direction is because I just thought, so they get away with so much shit. Let's get away with a few things. That's why I know that.
Let's stop women from being raped and roofied.
Okay,
that's a better. It's not though. It's not. You know, like the underlying thing in that argument is like, well, they get away with rape, so why can't we? It's like nobody should be getting away with rape.
Come on,
dog. Like
nobody should be getting. Hold on, can you let me be devil's advocate for a second? Okay, yeah, okay. Granted, sometimes they get away with rape, so I'm saying, what's wrong with us getting a few rapes in?
No, man, don't.
Okay, maybe not.
Rape not, want not.
It is very difficult to play devil's advocate. Because people will start believing
with rape. Yeah, it is pretty hard. Yeah.
Rape, sodomy, prison sodomy, and stuff like that. Even when you try to, be devil's advocate, it just don't work out. Like, oh, come on, Pedro.
No, come on,
man. What's wrong with that? See,
Chris Rock used to do a great bit about the good side to crack, and that's playing devil's advocate to something that you wouldn't expect, right? But yeah, it's really hard to be a devil's advocate for like rape and roofing and things of that nature. So
okay, so let me ask you
in that vein, I would say we all focus on stopping the rape first, and then balance out the justice system.
No, okay. First off, all right, I'm not saying I ever roofied a chick or nothing like that. Okay, and I'm a fan of Bill Cosby. All right, I like a few of his little fucking jokes he does. He's cute. He's fucking cute. Look at it. Look at that fucking face. No, that guy looks like he definitely rapes. But what I'm saying is sometimes the scales tip, and then sometimes they rape, sometimes. So I think
I'd stay off those scales then. Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I just think that, and if you can't get a girl off of just drinks and game, then fucking masturbate. The point is, I think that, just do that. Don't be like, oh, I'm a raper. Just go home and beat yourself up. So that's what I say. I know that's what I do. But, Bill Cosby's out. One eye, Bill Cosby. I think he's blind in one eye. But it scares the shit out of me. And I know I'm going to watch my drinks myself because he might be at the comedy club working on his material. and then he come over, are you Black Pedro? Or like your jokes? Hey, who's that over there? And you go, what? And he bloop, and then you raped. And by the way, this is the best gif I found of the Bill Cosby one. You got to look at it, people, and tell me what you think.
That's terrible. That's
terrible.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy, man. But speaking of terrible, so is this show because we savage as fuck. We don't give a fuck. Fucking feelings. And I'm Black Pedro, and that's Shang, and that's how we do, man. So Bill Cosby is free. Ladies, hide your drinks.
Okay, can I just give a disclaimer real quick?
Please don't celebrate us getting away with one. This ain't the one we want to get away with.
Listen, I was playing devil's advocate. It didn't work out. I was joking about, come on, man, what's wrong with one? Come on, give us one.
To D.O. Hughley, and I know you watch the show, so thank you, brother. But no, but seriously, it's
Now what
they wouldn't say? Hold on, they did not. Well, he was talking about how we know that these ills exist in Hollywood, but they came after the easier target, a black man in Bill Cosby. By the way, Harvey Weinstein was taken down as well, which I would think is a pretty big fucking target. But so Dio was kind of on this slant of like and I already agree. Like Bill should be free. He never should have been tried because there was this deal, and they did violate his rights under that deal. So because it took away his Fifth Amendment right to not incriminate himself, and he fully incriminated himself, which means he did admit to doing crimes. He just knew he wasn't going to go to jail for them ever. That's why he said it, which is a very privileged thing to be able to do any person.
That's money,
especially a black man. That's So his money and his fame for a moment beat that, and then it got violated. But the reality is, they were only able to come after him in this situation because he did that shit, right? Like they didn't come after Denzel Washington or motherfucking D.L. Hughley or Kevin Hart, right? Like those guys aren't under that microscope because they don't do that shit. So honestly, black, white, yellow, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, I don't give a fuck. If you do creepy bullshit like that, you need to go down for it. And that's,
Well, I thought Bill Cosby would
unfortunately, never Bill never did, or he did. He did for 3 years.
He did. Yeah,
but shouldn't have. But he shouldn't have. And that's a travesty.
No, that's a travesty. I thought he was going to die in jail. I really did think he was going to die in jail, or he was going to get raped profusely. And a lot of the, cons could be like, yo, man, I raped this dude down on C Block. Nigga, I raped Bill Cosby. So,
yeah. That nigga is putting all the way through.
Yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga sucked. How about this? That nigga sucked on my pudding pop. How about that? And how can you brag that? But that, I bet you if you're doing life, you like, yeah, man, you got to get some stripes. And if I raped Justin Bieber, that'd be like the top for me, at least, because I think he looked like he got soft hands. But I'm telling you right now, I want everybody to know I was joking. All right. I was joking. Okay. I don't want you to
That's what we do on this show.
Yeah.
Fuck your feelings is our motto. So if you feel some kind of way about it, fuck all.
I don't like Michael Jackson. I don't like Bill Cosby. I didn't like them as artists, and I didn't like them as what they ended up being, rapists.
I'll be right back. Keep going.
Pedophiles. So I don't want y'all to feel like, I was being stupid. Okay. That's like me saying, and what's wrong with stabbing people in their eye? Because they gypped you in line at Safeway. It's the same shit. I don't mean it. Okay. Now, what I do mean is this: all trolls must die. I do mean that.
That's the next Pixar film.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And it's just a bunch of trolls getting gunned down. It's fucking horrible. Yeah.
All right, man. So Savage AF, let's keep it moving, man. Your boy Bill Cosby is free, but another ass jackal is not. And that would be no, he's still free. That knuckle fuck. But Alan Weisselberg, who looks like he should be tried at The Hague for war crimes.
Yeah, he does.
Just like, but they were Jews. We had to burn them all.
Why wouldn't I kill the Jews? Look at that face. Jesus Christ. That
thing about him.
And this is him behind Trump going, I wish I could kill you too. That motherfucker's face is horribly angry.
Do many things with him. All right, so all the king's horses and all the king's men are not going to be able to put Dumpty back together again. That man Weisselberg has been arrested. My cat, why is the cat making noise?
What the fuck was that?
Could you hear it? The cat meowing. She never makes noise. I don't know what she's doing. All right, so she doesn't like Weisselberg either, and is happy that he's being he's been arrested and now charged with a 15-year tax scheme, by the way. So this predates Dumpty's presidency, in which they are alleging that they have shifted money and not claimed taxes on about $1.7 million worth of things. So here is where we talked about earlier, and when I say earlier, I mean weeks and months ago, about dominoes falling, right? Once cats start getting arrested and having fire to their feet, like flapjacks, homie, they gonna flip. So
well, I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna ask everybody in the feed something. And by the way, thank you for watching Savage AF. We're almost at the mid mark. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, follow us on all the different platforms on not only social media, which is in our Facebook. Oh, by the way, thank you for the new followers we got on Facebook. 146 new followers on our Facebook fan page. Thank you. 146 of you now subscribe to. Also, make sure you check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and
SoundCloud, yeah.
There you go. He hit you with a double, yeah. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. So now we move on to this next one. I personally I'm hoping that it's not just a domino effect and it stops at a certain domino, and that would be the orange domino. I
can't wait to break that card table.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel like he is the Teflon Don if he gets away with this, because all of the people in his organization seem to be getting the business. A lot of them is getting that smoke, and I don't see him getting that smoke yet. His CFO is getting the smoke, but I don't know if he is.
But it's like an onion, right? And Trumpty Dumpty would be the center of that onion. And as you peel away each layer, you got to peel layers to get away with it, right? Like legally, they can't just quite hatchet through it, right? So they have to peel away each layer. And that's kind of what this process has been. And understand that Wieselberg is,
yes,
the sort of very core outer layer of that center of Donald Trump. So he's the last layer in a financial, sense. He is the last layer before Trump. So they put the fire to this man's feet, and now they're there. But it did take some peeling back. It wasn't a thing where, because as dick fuck monkey minded as Trumpty Dumpty seems to us, he does have some business acumen that allows him to protect himself from the shady bullshit that he does, right? So like he has layered himself away from a lot of these things, but that doesn't mean he's not connected at all. So once Michael Cohen fell and started talking, he dropped Weisselberg's name a lot in his testimony. So that's where the onion started to get peeled back, and now we're at we're at the CFO, we're at the money, we're at the money guy. That's how they got Capone. Like they got the accountant. They got the accountant. They got the books. You're fucked.
Hey, I don't want him to make you go off the fucking train, right? Whatever. I'll give you what you want. I'll give you what you want. Whatever. By the way, that was the scene from The Untouchables when they got the accountant, and when Elliot Ness' character got the accountant. Not Elliot Ness' character. With what's the guy that starred in The Untouchables? People, help me out here.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner's character and the other dude, real smooth cat, they got him, and then they got the accountant, and then that's when Capone was like, "What do you say to me? What do you say to me?" And then he ended up going, "You're nothing but a badge. You're nothing but a badge." And so, all right, I got a little thrown off there. The point is, got a little scattered. The point is, I think that even though it's onions being peeled back, I think that Trump is going to end up not being in jail. I think he's going to worm his way out of it. I don't know how, but I just don't understand. He should have been impeached. He should have been this. He should have been that. He's the most should have been. He grabbed women's pussies. He's done all of these heinous things. He had 5 different women that said he sexually harassed them. Okay. Why wasn't Trump in a jail with Cosby, both of them, raping each other? I just think that the bottom line is that he's insulated himself just enough where he's not going to take the fall, and that's a shame. And saying, I just want to see his orange ass behind the bars.
Shang, I think he just wrote a reality show called Last Roofie Standing, starring Bill Cosby and Donald Trump, in which they just try and out-roofie each other.
And where he goes, "Oh, come on, Bill. Blah, blah, blah."
Bum, 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 bum.
You're gonna rape me again. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I want to see. That's every sitcom from the 80s. So
but I think this is pretty big now. They're also suing or criminally charging, I should say, the Trump organization, which could lead to its disbandment, right? Like it's disillusion. Sorry,
that's it.
Just dissolving it, right? Like get rid of this shit, bro.
Get that shit out, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
No, but I mean, I hope that all of his stuff topples down. But at the end of the day, it's for some reason it would feel sweeter and much better if we saw Trump himself do some time, because even if it's a little bit of time, because he's 74 years old. I believe he's 74
74, yeah.
73, 74. He's in his 70s, and obviously not the healthiest cat. Obviously had COVID, which I also saw a report that when he did have COVID, it was much worse than he said, and the doctor said it was a much worse situation where he had to be on a respirator. So if he goes to jail with his health and the way he is and his cockiness, I think that he definitely gonna get raped. And and what could be better than that?
I don't even think he would resist. He would just totally flip into sugar buns.
Did you say sugar buns?
Yeah, that would be his name as soon as he got there. Like, hey. But all the king's horses, all the king's men might not even be there to try and put Trumpty Dumpty back together again. This is a big one. We'll see how it folds, but I'm expecting folding, like laundromat style.
So you think that his people are going to flip on him they're gonna flip like a pancake?
I think Weisselberg is 78, right? Like he was a financial guy to Donald Trump's dad, Fred Drumpf. So like he doesn't want to go to jail for this motherfucker, for that motherfucker. It's like, does that look behind him? Does that look like a motherfucker who's like, I will go to jail for you? Like, no, he's like, if you ever fuck up my shit, you will be going to jail. It's gonna be IHOP in this bitch. You're gonna get a hot stack of freshly flipped pancakes, nigga. So he doesn't want to go.
What are you doing with that pancake flipper? Don't you? Well, oh my goodness, you flipped.
He's got a spatula.
Oh my goodness. And then Trump go to jail. I just feel like he's gotten away with so much stuff. And I correlated to the entire situation with white privilege across the board, because they took a poll and they said most white people believe that white privilege doesn't exist, which I think is fucking scary, that they can't even admit that they got a little bit of a leg up in society and across the board. And Trump, the most incompetent motherfucker that you could possibly think of, end up being president of the United States, never been the common man, never been down for the little man ever. And yet the little man is the one that props him up and yells nigger at Black Pedro as he comes off stage because he didn't agree with something Pedro said. So
that's never happened, because we'd have been in the news that night. Pamela Knox says he'd be protected by the Aryan Nation. Donald Trump in jail.
That is true. Pamela Knox is right. Thank you, Pamela.
But I still think he would have to use his anus as currency, even within the Aryan Nation. So he'd just be blowing his own people. Yeah, because that's the kind of shit they would do. Like, fucking Donald Trump suck my dick, bro. Like, they'd be like, yeah, fucking man.
Make my cock great again. Come on, bro.
It would definitely be one of those circle jerk tests. All right, so Savage AF, man. Let's move on to some to
this is
I'm not gonna lie. Our Minister of Defense brought this story up to me, and it
you don't think it's it's very creepy? I think it's creepy.
No matter what it is, it definitely made me do this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah.
That was the only question that came to mind when I was presented with the term transracial.
Transracial?
There's a dude,
fucking stop it.
There's a human, a citizen, a British citizen named Ali London, which you can't be British and your last name London. Really? Is that like, if my name was Pedro Detroit, you'd be like, I feel like that's made up. But anyways, his name's Ali London. That's him. And he is now taking on $150,000 worth of plastic surgery procedures to make himself look like the dude in the left-hand corner, who is a member of the Korean boy band BTS. which my niece is a huge fan of. But you know, it's like if you took, you know, just a Korean version of Backstreet Boys and no, even go further. Was it New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys?
You pretty much should have them,
but you'd have to take them all together. It's like 11 of these motherfuckers or some shit, right? Like it's a huge band,
and all of them, all you ladies on the feed, all of them are cute. So and all you men on the feed that like dudes like this, they cute. But this dude that
but I don't he's going
look at his face.
Okay, but he's British. He's
yes.
And that is
he was
that's just
British.
English for white. Yeah. So he's British, which is English for white. And so he's a white guy who's English but speaks British. He is now on this thing. He is such a huge fan that he wants to look like this BTS member, and he feels that he has been a Korean person trapped in a white body, and that he is he is transracial, dog. He is equating himself specifically to transgender, and it feels that he is just the wrong race trapped in the wrong body, or so the right race, or a race trapped in the wrong body.
So he was a Korean dude trapped in a white dude's body, an English white dude's body. So he mutilated his face, which, by the way, he looks fucking awful. And he's going to have a lot of problems with his sinuses if you look at his nose. Good Lord, that is horrible. But I'm sick of these people.
He's been trapped in the wrong body for the past 8 years.
Well,
Made in Korea points out.
You know what? He's been trapped in stupid for a fucking lifetime. Get the fuck out of here. I understand people like, I want to live my life the way I want to live my life. I get it. But come on, man. Why couldn't you just be a big fan?
Looks white.
He still looks white to me. But he was actually, Rachel Dolezal actually defended him. Dolezal defended him and said, hey, if that's how he feels inside, I know I've always felt like a black woman inside. But bitch, you ain't. You white. You're white. You're white. You're white. That's what you are. You're white. And so stop that bullshit. I mean, this is one of those ones I can't.
It's really weird. So he brought, you know, even this dude, Ali London, brought up the fact that, you know, Koreans, a lot of Asians go through skin lightening to get, you know, whiter skin. And he just feels he's going in the other direction. Either way, I am for people being who they want to be, but to argue that you are a Korean person trapped in another person, you know, in the wrong racial body,
right?
I mean, that's going too far for me, right?
That's
like,
going too far. That's
sexually, like transsexual, I empathize. I'm like, oh, well, that must be hard. It's not something that I have ever experienced. So I'm just like, wow, that must be really, really difficult.
Right.
But this, to be honest,
it's a little extra. Sidebar, Stacey Patterson. What's up, Stace? I'm sorry, sidebar. This Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown versus I cannot. Neither one of the motherfuckers can sing. Yeah, neither one can really sing. And I did the Apollo with Keith Sweat, and I can say this firsthand. That motherfucker, he whines well. Oh, baby. But that's about it. But side note
he's a horny mosquito. He sings like a horny mosquito.
Yeah, exactly. Not the best singer. Baby, and also, I know. And Nicole H said, I feel like a billionaire inside. So let's make it happen. Don't know if that's the same. That's not the same. But I mean, a lot of these people that feel like there's somebody else trapped in somebody else.
I'm trapped in the wrong bank account.
Yeah,
I'm trapped in the wrong bank account, Nicole.
I'm trapped in Bank of America, and I need to be trapped in a bigger budget bank.
I need Swiss.
Yeah, exactly. So, but if you look at these different people that say they're transracial, Rachel Dolezal, and this person, I call him Flat Face McGee. I just don't get why they couldn't just make themselves be the best person they were. Instead of trying to be the another person, whoever you feel you're on inside, then cater and be accommodating to that race. Right. Now, Rachel Dolezal, I heard that's what she did. Go out your way to make sure that race gets a better shake at things. That's all. But don't mutilate your face. But then again, women do, like men that do that. This man that did this, women do that all the time. Women, like if you look at Little Kim's face, Little Kim looks like a scared owl. Like an owl can't look horrible. More scared.
Yeah. Yeah. If I find out her neck goes 360 or 180 or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I knew it. Pamela Knox says she's trans wealthy. There you go. Arkeo Mom, transracial is bullshit. Nicole H, who can sing on verses? Keith Sweat. Nobody.
No, he can't sing.
Not right now. All right, y'all. So we're getting towards the end here. We're getting towards that time, babies. It's almost time for the show closing. And as we do it.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You got something
I just wanted to show you people something about where you can take if you're a good looking person, leave yourself a good looking person. That's all I'm saying. Just be a good looking person. I don't know what this dude looked like. Like Pedro been talking about getting surgery for a while. And I'm the one that talked him out of it.
I was going to get another nose right here.
Right. Yeah. He was going to get it. It wasn't going to change his face.
You smell
right. He was going to get a nose here and here. And I said, I told Pedro, Pedro, don't you do that. The nose you got is really nice. And Pedro said, yeah, but I want to smell more. I said, no.
I love my nose. That's why I wanted another one.
Right. See, you wanted
like it.
But
that's how much I love my nose.
Before we jump into this, we'll jump into it quick. Ladies, don't do this to yourself. Look at this sad, I don't know what the fuck she's wearing, but this sad nigga owl. That's and she got a diaper on her head. What the fuck happened to Glow Kim? Sorry.
Yeah, that was she took a turn.
All right,
man. Yep. So we're gonna move through it, and as we do it a little something like this. Hey, it's your boy. Oh shit.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, with another popping to let you know what's popping.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know.
Yeah, that was a double pop in.
Pop.
Yeah, it was like, hey. Oh shit. Hey.
He came right back at it though. We're right back at it.
All
right, man. So one of those stories from last year that made my ass itch. Did I not add her in here?
Oh, no.
Lord. My bad.
Lord.
Sorry. But I don't know if you guys remember. Her name's Mia Ponsetto. Let me see if I actually have her here in the archives. But she's the chick who tackled this black teenager at a hotel in New York because she thought that he had her cell phone. And, the dad obviously stepped in and, let's get off my son kind of situation. But she was like, really, and, it's kind of obviously racially motivated that, she was accusing this black kid, of all the people in this, whatever, like had no evidence of it. She just, pick a nigga, you know what I'm saying? It was just like made him the target. So I'm bringing in her picture. So just an update on that, a hate update. And it's kind of one of those, karmic experiences. What goes around comes back around again. She has been charged with a hate crime.
Can I do this real quick? Yay!
Yeah, man. And that to me is a very good thing because it's a serious charge. It's not hate crimes are not lightweight. And let me show her here. This chick, y'all know her. She sat with Gayle King and got all snooty with Gayle, and Gayle was like, "Bitch, who you think you is?" It's not even uploading. God damn it.
You know what? Right. I'm getting. She actually said, I talked to Gayle later because me and Gayle were in bed, and I rolled over and said, "Gayle, what do you think?" And Gayle said, "Does this bitch know who I am?" And I was like, "Really?" Yeah.
She did. She didn't. But this was her. She acted insane. Tackled a child. I don't care what you think a 15-year-old black kid looks like. I know to America they look like a 25-year-old, 30-year-old killer. Yeah. But she just assigned him as a robber, a phone stealer. And for that bit of ignorance and for that bit of dumb fuckery, she's now being charged with a hate crime. Obviously, we need a conviction and then, some kind of punitive damages to be incurred, because no, the days of you policing us, and Ponsetto sounds either Italian or some kind of Puerto Rican, something brownish. So you need to calm the fuck down with all this policing of random black people in America. If you are a citizen, mind your goddamn business. Walk about the streets. Unless you are seeing something really, really go down, stop accusing black people of dumb shit. Or else, I hope, like this, you get hate crime charges.
Hate crime charges, or
maybe you think twice.
Or you get these hands.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, I feel like the dad had full ability and leeway to throw her through a window at that point. You do not touch my child and tackle my child.
My son ain't accusing him. My son, if somebody did that to my son, I would just say, son, I'll probably see you in 10 to 20. And then, because
you just give him the fist now, like,
hey man, I love you, man. I just want you to know.
Let's practice our greeting now, so we get it right.
Because I'm about to throw this bitch down a sewer. I can't believe this. People feel like they could just tell black people, where are you going? Why are you going on this elevator? Who the fuck are you? In fact, now the punitive damage should be she should do some time, and when she gets out, this young brother's cell phone bill she should pay forever.
Yeah, he should just be part of her family plan that she has to take care of. Yeah, AJ Fitz said, try and tackle my kid in front of me, have fun in the hospital. Listen, that you would be the dumbest motherfucker in the world if you ever had AJ Fitz standing there with his kid and you just tackled his child.
Hey, you see that guy over there? You see that guy over there lifting those couches up? I'm gonna fucking tackle his kid and see what happens. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that, y'all. So, all right, man. So let's hope Miss Ponsetto continues to get what she deserves for being a racial monkey fuck and profiling a young black teenager, putting her hands on him and assaulting him all over a stupid ass cell phone that can be found with a fucking app that's called "Where's My iPhone" or whatever. The fuck out of here, bitch. Die. Hey, but that's my Black Pedro pop in for today. A little hate update. Shang, take it away.
You know what?
I'm sure you got something happy and cheerful to say to America.
That went left at the end of that. That went left. Wow. My Shangry today is
that's sensitive.
You, hey, my is a thing about patriotic Americans. Hey everybody! Oh, there he is. Hey everybody! Shang here with the Shangry. It's what the fuck is wrong with America? Americans right now, especially where Americans of a certain hue, are so patriotic they're forgetting they will get their ass kicked. They walk around seeing this visual and they're about to see the unconscious visual. Because right now they're so into I'm an American and I'm saving America and I'm Captain America. And if you don't bow down to me, God damn it, I'm gonna do it. And they don't get it. America is not the same America. The browning of America is real as fuck. The reality is right now there are gonna be more people of color and a few than there are white people. So white people need to get on board and understand and start doing that humanity thing instead of that racial fucking bias bullshit thing. And I know that they're out there getting ready because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna fight for America, god damn it. Woo! I'm telling you that. Freedom, man. I'm like, I don't know. It's freaking me out a little bit. The fact that people are so into the just America, fuck yeah, not realizing that it's not your America anymore. It's gonna be our America in a minute. That's what's gonna happen. So I know that you people probably like, what? Yeah, it's gonna be black people's America, brown people's America. So all you white people out there, you better start getting along with us now, because the shit is already burning in your face. You already know that. And we're going to be riding just as rock and roll as you, bro. Let's go. I'm just telling you. I just feel like the browning of America is happening. And all you white people that keep adopting black kids, when they get older, they're not going to take care of you. I just want you to know that. When you get older, those black kids are going to see all the racism in America. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to let you stew in your own shit. And all you black people that are adopting little white babies, why don't you adopt a few black babies? Okay. Yes, that's happening. Why don't you adopt a few black babies? Because black babies don't get adopted as much as white babies. So all you Americans, understand your shit's about to be up. And I know you're like, what the fuck, bro? Are you serious? Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's real. So make sure that you understand that the browning of America means that you're not going to be the majority. And once you're not the majority, I've said it about 10 times on the show, you're lucky we're looking for equality instead of fucking revenge. I'm just telling you, letting you know. Hey. So all of our white viewers, be nice. Be nice now, because when the shit flips, it's gonna be planted
and checking it twice, yo.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Savage AF, man. That's been your show for today. Thank you, Shang, for the Shangrys.
Yes.
You know, always positive words. You know what it is. You know what we do, man.
Wait a minute. You closed out with die, bitch, fucking die, prison, rape, room.
That's
so
if people you know don't understand our forms of love and expression, they fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings.
Okay.
Man. Savage AF.
I want to say thank you to all the people that have subscribed. We got new subscribers, and the new subscribers, we appreciate you. Thank you. Make sure you ring the bell. All the people that are new subscribers, you might not notice, but you can follow at Black Pedro on Instagram, and you can also follow me at Comedian Shang. We are going to be here tomorrow, I believe, at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., which will be 1 p.m. my time, because I'm going to be on the East Coast, and I will be in my hotel and I'll be able to do it. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Pedro will see you tomorrow. And I appreciate all of the support for Savage AF and accepting our evil way of thinking. Because Pedro went there at the end of his shit. I mean, hey, God.
Let the liquor tell it.
Let the liquor tell it. All right. So Savage AF, make sure y'all get at us. Tell your friends. Share it with your friends. Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow, motherfuckers.